Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest edition of Late Nights with Mark. Maybe not the latest edition, but this is a special edition. This is my NFL Picks edition. Yes, that's right. I'm going so far as to do NFL Picks because why the fuck not? YOLO, right? But anyways, obviously, opening night was on Thursday night. It was the Packers and the Seahawks. I'm a big Packers fan myself. I think Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league, with the exception of maybe Peyton Manning still, but obviously that's just a super roster that's been assembled over in Denver there. We'll get to that later. But they lost to the Seahawks, the defending champions at home. Obviously, any smart human being who's been watching football over the past couple of years is not going to bet against the Seahawks at home because I think they've lost only one time in the past couple of years with Russell Wilson as their starter. But anyways, without further ado, let's take a look at the slate for next Sunday and what my picks are for the games. And since it's on tape, I guess we're going to have to keep track and see what my record is and tally it up through the season. Go Swami status like Chris Berman. Back. But anyways, first game, Saints and Falcons, solid NFC South matchup. I'm going with the Saints. It's on the road, but it's still in the dome. That means Drew Brees and the offense will kill. They have Jimmy Graham, new wide receiver, Brandon Cooks. So many weapons. New Orleans is ridiculous. Atlanta, they had a lot of bad luck last year and a lot of injuries. They're still dealing with injuries on the offensive line. I think it was, Sam Baker. I know he got hurt for the year. But, I'm going with New Orleans. Not paying against them right now. I don't know what the spread is, but I should pull those up anyways. Next, Vikings-Rams. I don't know about that one. It's inside the dome in St. Louis. The Rams have a really good defense and a pass rush. Offensively, we're going to see what happens because they lost quarterback Sam Bradford in the preseason to an ACL injury. Very sad for him. It's an ACL that was already torn, so that really sucks for him, and it sucks for the Rams. We'll see what happens to them. But the Vikings, I don't know. Obviously the best running back in the world in Adrian Peterson, but we're going to have, Matt Castle helming the offense. They also should be better than last year. Rams at home. Oh, the spreads are up there. Saints by 3. Definitely go the Saints over the Falcons. We got Rams by 3 over the Vikings. I'll pick the Rams. I think the Rams can pull it off at home. Go with the home team when the spread's that close and they're, sucky teams evenly matched. Next, we got Browns versus Steelers, a power AFC North matchup. Steelers at home, favored by 7. I'd have to go with them. Their offensive line should be healthy. Ben Roethlisberger should be able to stay upright. Hopefully they can make some plays. Cleveland, obviously, wide receiver Josh Gordon is done for the year because of smoking pot, which apparently NFL is worse than, beating a female, but that's a different story again. And Brian Hoyer will presumably be starting at quarterback for Cleveland. Obviously, everyone wants to see Johnny Manziel. That's not going to happen as of yet. Cleveland still has a really good defense, so they will be rushing Roethlisberger and get to him at least a little bit. So it could be a lower scoring affair, but Steelers by 7, yeah, go Steelers on that one. Next, Jaguars at Eagles. Eagles by 10.5 at home. Eagles have one of the best offenses in the NFL. We know that. It's the Chip Kelly fast-paced offense, which USC seems to be doing in their college games, which is really good too, but again, different story. But yeah, Jaguars were the worst team in the NFL last season. Going on the road to Philly, I don't think they have any chance. Chad Henne will be starting at cornerback for them. Go with the Eagles on that, and the Chip Kelly offense, they're going to put up at least 34 points at home. Next, the Raiders at the New York Jets. Jets by 5 in that one. That's really tough because neither team is really expected to do too much. The Raiders have rookie quarterback Derek Carr starting, that would be David's brother, and a whole newly assembled defense. And every time the Raiders travel east, they generally don't do well. So Jets at home, I'll probably go with the Jets on that one. Next one, Bengals-Ravens, even. It's at the Ravens. That's a pretty good AFC North matchup. Obviously, the Bengals gave a lot of money to quarterback Andy Dalton, who, may or may not be the QB of the future for them. We'll see if he can take them to the next level. Ravens, again, I think they're a team that'll be better than last year. They had a lot of injuries. They're a little bit better at wide receiver. They added Steve Smith. Dennis Pitta will be back. Defense should be a little bit better than it was to start the season with more continuity there. So at home, I'll go the Ravens. I'll go Ravens at home. I'll say they're going to win by like 3. They'll win by a field goal. Next, Bills at Bears. Bears by 7 at home. I'm definitely going the Bears. That's one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL with Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Matt Forte. So balanced. Defense will be better than last year, but the Bills, they will probably have Kyle Orton going at quarterback. So, Bears at home for sure. Texans at home against the Redskins, the Washington, D.C. football team. We got Houston by 3 on the spread, and I don't know about that. Obviously, with the Redskins, their entire season hinges upon the health of Robert Griffin III. If he's healthy and anywhere close to what he was in his explosive rookie year, Redskins are going to destroy on offense, especially with Deshaun Jackson and the other weapons they have on offense. Alfred Morris is a beast. Texans, obviously they're going to be better than last year. They won't be the worst team in football again. Jadeveon Clowney, I believe, is not playing, but J.J. Watt leads that defense, and he's, I would say, probably the best defensive player in the NFL, but we don't know what the quarterback's going to be. I guess it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. We'll see how he does, but I don't know. I would go with the Redskins on that one. I kind of like Washington. I think RG3 will bounce back this year because I've always been a fan. Next, we got Chiefs at home against the Titans. Kansas City by 3. Is the spread on that? Kansas City by 3 is the spread on that. I'm going with Kansas City at home. They also gave an extension to Alex Smith over the offseason. They'll have players coming back from injury who were hurt during the stretch last season when they kind of faltered. They won't be as dominant as they were when they were like 6-0 to start last season, but I'll go with the Chiefs at home over the Titans. Too many questions about like Jake Locker and what their offensive players can do. And again, Tennessee's just, they've been one of the worst teams over the past couple of years. And I'm going with Kansas City at home, especially on a 3-point spread. And next we got Patriots at Dolphins. Patriots by 4 on that spread. Patriots are who they are. They have Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. The Dolphins are the Dolphins. They have Ryan Tannehill and Regis Philbin, Joe Philbin as their coach. Yeah, easy game, Patriots, even if the Dolphins are at home. Dolphins have a new offensive coordinator in playbook, so it's going to take them time to adjust. One of the worst offensive lines last season, but they'll be better this year in that regard. Panthers at Buccaneers. Tampa Bay by 3 on that one. The Panthers are a team that everyone says is up for regression. I would have to believe so. They lost all their wide receivers. Cam Newton has a broken rib that he's going to try and play through. Tampa Bay is going to be an improved team with Lovie Smith as the coach and with Josh McCown at quarterback. They have, a couple offensive pieces. Their defense was really good last year and coached by Lovie Smith, a defensive guru. One would expect them to be good, and they were able to stop the run. So I don't know. I kind of like Tampa Bay at home by 3. Going that way. Then we have 49ers at Cowboys. 49ers are favored by 4 on that one. That's going to be a good game because the Cowboys can put up points. I think they're going to be a great offense. I think Tony Romo is top 10 quarterback. I think Dez Bryant is top 3 receiver. But obviously they had the worst defense in football last year, historically bad defense, and it should be just as bad this year. The Niners, will not be as good as they have been in the past on defense, but I think they're going to be a little bit better on offense. And yeah, just Niners are better than the Cowboys, so I'll definitely go with the Niners on that. Then Colts at Broncos. Broncos by 7.5 at home. Even though the Broncos lost Wes Welker to his Molly suspension, my boy Wes, I think